GNTV Bless Sports, and my name is Jasper. Today is a Friday. Lots of sporting activities are expected to happen. Like we begin with the FUFA Super 8 and the FUFA Television Cup. Everything is coming up today, Friday. Let's talk about the FUFA Super 8 competitions as we expect them to kick off today, the round of 16. By 6 p.m. we shall be knowing who has continued or who has gone through to the round of 8. Now, today happens to be that day when we expect to see who is going to play in second round or round of last four for the FUFA Super 8 competitions, as well as waiting to see who is going to make it through to the semi-finals. Now we wait to see who else is going to take that slot up. According to what we have seen, we have gotten results from the FUFA Super 8 earlier. Like I told you, the results that we have from the FUFA Super 8 as it went on neck drawing in the first instance. That was the first very game, neck against Vipers, drawing 1-1 earlier on Tuesday. That was a result that was too fascinating. Neck drawing with Vipers, but Vipers going through simply because they had an away goal. And KCC also drawing with Chitara 3-3, but Chitara going through just because they had an advantage from the first leg, winning 4-3. On Wednesday, we saw a team from Busoga, that is Bull, coming back to win against Maroons 3-0, taking that lead aggregates 4-1, and SCV also playing against the Kampala Select, that is the Uganda Cranes Select, taking it to the 1-0 loss that was SCV. Kampala Uganda Cranes Select team winning 1-0 and on aggregates 3-1. That means we hope to see these very teams in the round 2. Now, for the round 2 fixtures, we all know NEC is going to be playing SCV later on Saturday. That will be tomorrow at 5 p.m. and this game is going to be at Philip Omondi Stadium in Lugogo. We wait for Chitara also, who will also take the mantle at 8 p.m. against Bull. Chitara will be playing against Bull at 8 p.m. and that game will also be at FUFA Technical, sorry, not FUFA Technical Center, but Philip Omondi Stadium in Lugogo. Then Sunday we shall see a game between Vipers and the Select team for Uganda Cranes, as well as KCCA will be taking on Maroons later. That KCCA game and Maroons will be kicking off at exactly 8 p.m. in the evening, as well as Vipers game coming first at 5 p.m. That means we all have to be there and support these two teams. Therefore, we wait to see who is going through to the round of 4, and I think this is the time when we really need to support this club so that they can win the pre-season tournament. This is always coming our way just before the kickoff of the season 2024-2025, and this time around the pre-season tournament is scheduled to start later tomorrow for round 2 fixtures. Now, I will take you to Sheraton Hotel in Kampala, where Engineer Moses Magogo was the chief guest, as we saw St. Julian schools celebrating their victory of the under-20 USSA football championship that took place in Masaka. Engineer Moses Magogo said in his words that the USSA is something that is golden in Ugandan football, and they must protect it with just strong hearts because it has yielded into results, and they have been looking forward to protect the USSA competition simply because it's their initial and inaugural competition that has brought this country together, especially in terms of football for schools, and seen results coming in there. Now we wait to see how those statements will actually be put in physical activation, simply because he said in his words still that the federation is willing to protect USSA games simply because they have been pivotal in promoting and identifying talent from the beginning. Now, that's the picture that they took, a group photo that they took at Sheraton Hotel in Kampala as St. Julian heroes, those who won the championship. The boys who represented St. Julian SS now were also there, together with Godfrey Chirumira, the chairman of all the richest guys in Uganda, that is Kwagarana Group. He was also there to support St. Julian schools. That is the important, that is the importance of having patrons for schools and for football here in Uganda who are rich. Now, that whole activation, that whole Thanksgiving was sponsored by engineer Hasi Moses. I mean, by one richest man, Godfrey Chirumira. That is a photo that engineer Hasi Moses Mogogo took with the representative of St. Julian Schools at Kampala, Sheraton, as he was awarding an award of excellence to St. Julian Schools football team. Still in Kampala, Kampala region, yesterday we saw how they reinstated a new FA General Secretary for Kampala region just after the suspension statement that came through from the federation. We saw earlier that Kampala Region Football Association had issues from that very statement, that the investigatory chamber of the FUFA Ethics and investigations against the chairman of Kampala Region Football Association, Mr. Kasali Redinisa, and his vice chairman Nkungwa Peter for possible violations of the ethics and disciplinary code for breach of general duties, abuse of position, and breach of the duty of loyalty. In accordance with the ethics and disciplinary code, Mr. Kasali Redinisa and Mr. Nkungwa Peter have been provisionally suspended for 90 days from taking part in any football related activities, be it administrative, sport, or any other, as of notification of this decision. The provisional suspension shall be for the mentioned the provisional suspension shall be for the mentioned period pending investigatory proceedings. So that was a statement. Now, from that statement, from that activity announced by the Federation of Uganda Football Association, Kampala Region FA has decided to reinstate a new General Secretary, who is Regan Chanda, and we saw him being reinstated. That was the function which was presided over by one FUFA Executive Committee member in charge of service delivery. In fact, we saw, we actually had to see this event being attended by one of the premier members of this country. Now we wait to see how this will go down there, but we have known that Chanda is the new Kampala Region General Secretary, and we wait to hear from what will come next. That is Chanda for you, who is the new Kampala Region FA as General Secretary. So things as things are going, as things are moving in Uganda, you get suspended, you are replaced immediately. So on an interim basis, Regan Chanda will be taking on as General Secretary on an interim basis. We wait to see how that will go on there. Now, to Olympics, Joshua Cheptegei has actually announced that he will be retiring. This is his last Olympic competitions in Paris, France, just after securing us a 10,000 meter gold after tussling it out there. He still remains the only Ugandan who has won both World Athletics Championship gold as well as Olympic gold 10,000 meters. We wait to see how this story will just keep down. We shall bring you that exclusive interview as Cheptegei announced his retirement from Olympics. We shall be waiting to hear from that. Now, we have the schedule. We have the Olympic schedule for Uganda. Today, being a Friday 9th, we have women's 10,000 meters final, and one of our very own, that is Annette Chemongich, will be there. Joy Cheptoyek and Sarah Chelengat will be representing Uganda at 9:57 p.m. in East African Standard Time. We wait to see how these things will go down. That is Olympic Uganda schedule. We wait to see how that one will go down our way. Today being a Friday 9th, we have 10,000 meters women's final, and we shall be represented by Joy Cheptoyek and Sarah Chelengat, as well as Annette Chemungich. That is what will be happening for us, Uganda. And then later tomorrow in men's marathon, we shall actually have Victor Kiplangat, Stephen Kisa, and Andrew Rotich Kwemboy, who will be representing Uganda in the Olympics marathon for men. That will be at 9 a.m. in East African Standard Time. Then later on Sunday 11th August, we shall have women's marathon, and we shall be represented by Stella Chesang as well as Marceline Chelengat, also with Rebecca Cheptegei at 9 a.m. East African Standard Time. That is what we shall be having on our schedule later. And now, still in the Olympics, we had a record made by an African, that is Lesile Tebogo, who also happened to win for the first time, an African to win 200 meters final there from Botswana. One Lesile Tebogo won this in a record time that was actually a men's 200 final, 23rd December 1980. That was his customized running shoe, and he dedicated this to his mother. I think this was a one record for maybe parents, we can say, one maybe for parents, but he said in his words that he is dedicating this win for his mother. Let's say Tebogo, no photo finish actually, no problem. First Botswana Olympic medal. That was the first Botswana Olympic medal in history. That was a new African record in 200 meters, going for 19.46 seconds, and that was the first African man to win men's 200 meters at the Olympics. That is one Lesire Tebogo, Botswana's finest element at the moment. I can tell you that these Olympics have come no less than a blessing for Botswana as they won their first medal. In fact, talking about those medals, we wait to see how we shall be having such moments. In fact, for men's marathon and women's marathon, Uganda is still having hopes for that. Elsewhere, we can confirm that Kylian Mbappe will be representing and making his first debut for Real Madrid later. Kylian Mbappe will be making his debut for Real Madrid in the Super Cup that will come our way on Wednesday. We wait to see how Kylian Mbappe will perform as all eyes are on him. And elsewhere, Fiorentina is eyeing the signature of David De Gea, a one former Manchester United's goalkeeper. We wait to see how this will go down there. And still in Spain, we have to talk about what happened to Atletico de Madrid. They have secured fully the signature of Julian Alvarez, the Argentine who actually won the World Cup last summer. Now we are talking about Julian Alvarez, who has been at Manchester City and has pulled out a number of great performances in different games. Julian Alvarez is now a new Atletico de Madrid forward, just following footsteps of one Sergio Aguero, former Argentine who left Atletico de Madrid earlier before he joined Manchester City. We now talk about heroes. We are talking about Sergio Aguero as he left Atletico de Madrid, and in his footsteps, Julian Alvarez, the Argentine, also joined Atletico de Madrid this very week. We are waiting to see how things will go down there for Julian Alvarez. Still in Spain, we have received actually reports that after watching his final game together with Cristiano Ronaldo, Pepe, the former Real Madrid star, the 42-year-old football Portuguese player, has now resigned. He actually has retired, not resigned, I may use that word, has now retired. We wait to see how things will go down, whatever project he will be taking up. Pepe, who is 42, just after winning about 42 trophies in his entire career, has called it quits for football and he has hung up his boots. Pepe, who played his last game together with the 39-year-old world's incredible footballer Cristiano Ronaldo, has given in his statement saying that it's hard. In fact, he shed tears as he was addressing a press conference where he announced his retirement. Pepe, who happened to be a part of FC Porto as well as Team Real Madrid as they were winning, and Team Portugal as they were winning the 2016 Euro Championship, said in his life he has seen a lot of ups and a lot of downs as he was playing football. He has had a lot of challenges, but he said he calls it quits at this moment. At 42 years of age, Pepe will not again play international football. And still in Europe, Manchester United's Eric Ten Hag has confirmed that Luke Shaw, his left back, Harry Maguire, his centre back, as well as Victor Lindelof, one of his centre back pairs, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka are all doubtful for the upcoming Community Charity Shield. We wait to see how this will take down the result against Man City, who have also been struggling during the pre-season tour in the United States of America. Still in Manchester, the legend Paul Scholes called it a moment of concern just after watching United's pre-season tour and how many goals David De Gea Andre Onana conceded just after replacing David De Gea. In his words, he said, even watching the pre-season games, a couple of goals he conceded against Liverpool, he's a massive concern for me. That was the Manchester United legend Paul Scholes as he talked about the new Manchester United squad having been inaugurated, and it is there making us believe that United is trying to change, but with lots of injuries at the moment as we speak. Concerns about Lenny Yolo, their new signing, and he'll be out for the next 3 months, as well as Marcus Rashford, who limped off during a friendly game in US. Now also is trying to recover. We are told that another one, that is Rasmus Højlund, is also suffering a setback injury, which will keep him sidelines for the next 2 months. We wait to see if Manchester United is going to survive with at least 8 injuries at the moment before even the season kicks off. That is a story that I can leave for you behind. Still, I will tell you that in Olympics, we still have one man who's standing with a double 200-meter record stint. That is Usain Bolt, the Jamaican, who left tables unturned during his tenure. Usain Bolt remains the only man to win the sprint double at the Olympics since the turn of the century. Usain Bolt in Beijing 2008 won 2 gold medals. In London 2012, he won 2 gold medals in sprints, and in Rio de Janeiro, that is in Brazil, earlier in 2016, he also won 2 gold medals. That is from sprints. That is Usain Bolt for you, the Jamaican, who remains the only sprinter to win double gold medals in 3 different Olympic games. He still remains the man in history. He remains the man in records. Now, Usain Bolt is giving us something to learn. Still, I would remind you that King of Kings Church, NAFBAG, and all Rwampara pastors are inviting you for Rwampara for Jesus Christ Crusade. This will happen between 29th and 31st at Chinoni Playground along Ntungamo Road. We'll invite you together with King of Kings Church, Loving God, Loving You. All this is brought to you by Bishop Dr. Cyrus Taibwa and Nicola Taibwa. Together, we shall have gospel artists, the likes of Alex as well as Lady Diana, plus powerful evangelical pastors, that is Pastor Joshua Israel, as well as Apostle Gibson Twetise. Together with all Rwampara district pastors, they will be there. Make sure you join us, support us, get healed, powerful prayer for dynamic change in your spiritual life. Come join us there on 29th and 31st August 2024. I remain Jasper. I've worked with Joseph in the control room. Stay tuned to GNTV. My brother Edgar is coming back with the last segment of this program, which is the hotspot. I think he has a great person that we have to listen to. Keep your eyes locked to GNTV. Have a good morning.